Hello you guys, Passive Sheep here. Today we're doing a hardware test on the GTX660. This is the NVIDIA version of the 660, so that's what I have. Yeah. We'll be going through the basic chunk loading or chunk options that people would usually run and just the overall frame rate. This is a decently high chunk what's it, level. I have 16 chunks on right now, and I'm gonna pull up F3 so you can see the frame rate. Right now we're at about 32, 32, 31, 32. Now if I look around, if I just kind of like pan, certain areas will get more frames, other areas will get less frames, as you can see once I'm looking towards. Or if I go kind of quick, you can definitely see the frame rate drop. So yes, this is with a GTX660. This is the current graphics card I have in my computer. It seems like with the past couple updates with Minecraft and the shaders mod itself, I've gotten less frames than I used to. Right now, recording, I'm averaging about 30. Here's my settings. This is pretty high settings. Really, I don't think you should go on 32 chunks unless you have an extremely well built computer, because if you go to 32 chunks, this is what will happen. Hold on, let me just have it load, because I know there's no way I'm getting 30 FPS. There we go. There, it's dropping now. As you can see, it's dropping to about 20, kind of like mid 20s, lower 20s, nothing higher than that really, which is not recommended with this graphics card. Now, if you're not here for the shaders mod, let me turn that off real quick. Now we are at 32 chunks, I think. Yep, 32 chunks, and we're averaging about 40, 30, 50, kind of jumpy a little bit, but playable, I guess. This is also while I'm recording, so when you're not recording, it'll definitely be a little bit higher, hopefully. This is definitely playable. It seems you may get a couple lag spikes if you look around too quick, or it won't be as smooth as you'd expect it to be, but if you go back, or here, let's go back to shaders mod. I use SEUS 10.1 Ultra Motion Blur. Or you could just do SEUS 10.1 Ultra, which is the one we're actually going to stick with, because motion blur can get people sick, and I don't really like it. Actually, I don't mind it. I don't really care. But looking into this jungle, definitely you can see 19 FPS, 20 FPS, and I think we're actually still, yeah, we're still in this. Let's go back to 16. This is decently far. This is this is what normal far would probably be until they made it so it was up to 32 chunks. But this is acceptable. This is an acceptably high chunk view distance, I should say. My preferred chunk view distance, this would probably be like minimum or medium, would be probably 10. Maybe even 6, which is pretty low, but I prefer 6, and I usually get high frames. Like, as you can see, I'm getting high 50s, low 60s, which is very smooth, silky, acceptable, and there's no fog in the shaders mod, so what the hell? Okay, that was weird. It's very acceptable. This is what I prefer to play on, chunk-wise. Alrighty. I also, if you're wondering, have my for my CPU, I have an i7-4770k, which is a pretty good processor for pretty affordable processor, I should say, Intel wise. I love it. I've never had a problem with it ever. It's at, I think, 3.9 gigahertz, which is totally perfect for me. I don't need any more than that, really. Rendering and editing and all that stuff is acceptable. I don't have a problem with it. If you really do hardcore 3D rendering and editing and all that stuff, then I definitely, what is going on? I definitely say get, what's it called? Get a, trying to think of what the brand is. It's, I don't know. It's one with the 8 cores, and I think Intel actually makes one with 8 cores. But if you really are heavy into the animation and editing huge videos and putting together big things, then go ahead and get one of those. But if you're looking for something just simple and fast, get the i7-4770k. There's other ones. I don't know much about all this stuff, so if you find me being completely wrong, then it's fine. I mean, I'm only saying what I know. If you need to, just correct me in the comment section below, then that'll probably make you feel better. I don't know. But this is the probably minimum or the medium range of typical decent size computers. I don't know. But if you really wanted to go super low to 2 chunks, you can't really see that far, but I'm definitely staying at a solid 60 FPS, even spinning around and all that stuff. I am still getting 60 FPS, and it is very smooth and silky. But really, if you don't, or okay, if you're looking for a new graphics card, I'd definitely advise you. Now, I don't think you should get the 660. The 660 is pretty outdated. I myself am actually looking forward to getting a new graphics card, probably jumping to the possibly the 980 at one point. Sometime soon. This is real stuff. I know I said last year that I might not be getting the 980 or any of that stuff, but this time I'm almost positive I'm getting the 980 if I work hard enough and spend money wise enough. So yeah, if you really want to get into, or if you want to get a new graphics card, I'd go for the, let me see here. What's the 960's price at the moment? Let's just figure this out. GTX 960. The 960 goes for probably, perfect price, low 200s. Which is not that expensive, really. I mean, it could be a lot higher if you think about it. But if you really want to get something basic that's not too expensive, go ahead and get the 960 and not the 660. Because the 960, I imagine in ways, is just more fast and has quicker, more high-tech, modern components to it compared to the 660, which is kind of a mistake. I shouldn't have went with the 660, but anyway, that'll wrap up this video. If you guys found this helpful in any way, then go ahead and leave a like, and don't dislike it, because just don't dislike it. Why would you dislike it? I mean, I'm trying to help you out here. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.